We're back here in the NFL. Time to talk some sports and stuff like that and yada yada. It's time to go. Let's go. We're back for NFL football. Welcome everybody here to the Sports Talk Network channel, specifically here Talking Packers with Steve, making its grand return here to the channel, going through all 32 teams and the predictions for all the teams as well that I have here. I'm going to make sure I get that up for you here. I won't have it on screen, but I do have it up here on a sheet of paper for the divisions. I'll just run through it right here, right now. Also, just to promote, welcome to follow me on Twitter at Talking_Packers. Again, that is Talking_Packers. If you do want to join the show, welcome to let me know. I always like to have other people part of the hangout, talking NFL. Or if you're too shy or just don't want to, welcome to stay in the live chat if you're busy watching your team play. Because all 32 teams are playing tonight for their Week 4 preseason game. I know my team is in the middle of their game against the Los Angeles Rams, Green Bay. So I'm going to start off with the NFC East. Also, I do have the live chat here, so welcome to like the video. Welcome to the chat if you are watching live. Let's start out with the NFC East, and I have the Dallas Cowboys at 11-5. I have Washington team at 9-7. I have the New York Football Giants at 8-8. And I have the Philadelphia Eagles at 6-10. Heading over now to the NFC West, I have NorbCam's Seattle Seahawks at 10-6. The Arizona Cardinals at 8-8. The Los Angeles Rams at 5-11. And the San Francisco 49ers at 3-13. Moving on forward to the NFC North, I have my team, the Green Bay Packers, at 13-3. The Detroit Lions at 9-7. The Minnesota Vikings at 7-9, and the Chicago Bears at 5-11 at the bottom of the North. Sorry, Bears fans. I think Jeff will go to our Essential as a Bear fan. Glass of Team Boy TV Live. Follow him on Twitter at GetWithItSports. He's from Chicago or native to Chicago, but his team is the Broncos, as in the number one team he cheers for now. But the Bears are his hometown team, as he is from Chicago area, or family is, I assume. Moving over to the last division in the NFC North, the mighty NFC North, I guess. Why not? I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and someone was surprised the most, maybe. I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Lindsey Bell's Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 11-5. Again, check her out on YouTube. Lindsey Brooks Bell. The beautiful Lindsey Bell lives in Florida, former Tampa Bay Buccaneer cheerleader. And thanks, Maximo Lobo and Jay Thomas, for joining here in the live chat. Again, you're welcome to like the video and continue chatting. And I see Jay Thomas, a Patriots fan. So there you go. And yes, 8-8 with Beckham. Never know. Maybe he might even do better. Anyways, the New Orleans Saints, 9-7. Atlanta Falcons, the reigning, defending NFC champion, Atlanta Falcons, I have it 8-8. So, again, that's just my opinion. And Team Boy TV, Big Q of Team Boy TV Live, his Carolina Panthers, at the bottom, I have it 7-9. I don't know what you guys think of my NFC picks here, or predictions for records. Let me know in the comment section below or to the right here. And again, welcome to the video. Here, moving on to the AFC. You guys can remember the New England Patriots. Jay Thomas's New England Patriots, 14-2. 14-2. Miami Dolphins, 9-7. Buffalo Bills, which is Buffalo Bills, 6-10. And at InkyCraft, my friend, his New York Football Jets are 2-14. I have 4 to the AFC East. AFC West, I have the Oakland Raiders at 12-4. Sorry about that. Oakland Raiders 12-4, and Glass of Team Boy TV Live, his Denver Broncos at 9-7. I have the Kansas City Chiefs at 8-8. The Los Angeles Chargers, I have at the bottom at 7-9. Sorry, LA Charger fans. Now, that 7-9 record doesn't mean they're going to be bad. It's just the record might show bad, but I think they're actually going to have a pretty good performance. Some of the matchups they might lose, nail biters. You never know. But I do have faith, though, the Chargers actually will get better in time, just like I have for the last couple of years for the Oakland Raiders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The AFC North, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers at 10-6. Kyron Chase's Baltimore Ravens. He is a co-host of my wrestling show, which will be airing right after this NFL podcast. Kyron Chase, his Baltimore Ravens, I have at 8-8. The Cincinnati Bengals, 7-9. And Jay of Talking WWE with Jay, the host of Talking WWE, Jay, the other podcast that I'm part of that talks pro wrestling. Jay, his Cleveland Browns, I have at 3-13. And finally, for the final division here in the AFC South, I have the Houston Texans 9-7, and I want to just give my thoughts and prayers to the people of Texas recovering from Hurricane Harvey. If I could, I would be there in Texas and helping out. I know Jake Paul, YouTuber, Disney Channel star, was there, and others been there, and those locally. So my thoughts and prayers are with you all. I've seen the pictures, seen videos. Just gut-wrenching, and makes me feel how lucky I am here being in Wisconsin, not dealing with hurricanes ever. I did deal with a tornado a couple of years ago in my hometown, but nothing to the degree of what everybody's dealing with this Hurricane Harvey now and hurricanes in the past. So I just want to give my thoughts and prayers there, and I was giving the record for the Houston Texans. The Tennessee Titans, I have 8-8. And Stephen A. Follow him on Twitter at Stephen A. 1181. Part of Talking WBJ podcast with me and Jay. His Indianapolis Colts at 7-9. So I'm sure I'll be hearing from him soon about that record and that prediction. And the Jacksonville Jaguars at 6-10 at the bottom of that division. So what do you guys think of your team and the records I have given them? Obviously they wrote my own predictions, so I think they're fair and balanced and right. Jay Thomas, if you're still here, what do you think of your Patriots, 14-2? And Maximo Lobo, I do have the Giants, yes, 8-8, but you never know. They could take the division. You know, what do I know, right? I'm just another somewhat cool random person here on YouTube giving my predictions for the NFL. I think I know a little bit more than most, but doesn't make me an expert, right? Never does, but my personal opinion does say, and looking at every single for all 32 teams, which I did before doing this, every single schedule for all 32 for the New York Giants. That's what I saw. And Jets fans out there, I don't mean to be disrespectful because that's not how I am. I'm a very respectful, kind person. But you're lucky I gave you 2 wins. I literally had to find those 2 games. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just put yourself in that shoe. I mean, I know we're talking football and, you know, everything going on, Hurricane Harvey and that seriousness. Football should be in the back burner to those dealing with that, and family members that have done with that, and people that if you had a loved one pass away. My heart goes out to you. But back into football thinking, we're talking Jets fans. I mean, would talk to you because your season is it's going to be a long season. I mean, it's been a long season after this past season ended with knowing what was going down the road for you. You know, and I wish I was able to have guests on tonight, but I messed up with having this episode tonight where all 32 teams are on, meaning my great guests that cover NFL are covering their local teams. Like the Schleg Daddy of OTR Central / Schleg Daddy TV YouTube channels. Or Raiders 1995 or the Archfiend and other great YouTubers that talk about their NFL teams. I should have waited to do this tomorrow, but I wanted to get it out because this is the debut. Next week, it'll be back each and every week, but on Wednesday nights. So Wednesday nights will be my wrestling. So Monday at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern, Raw review. Tuesday, SmackDown Live review at 10. Wednesday, Talking Packers with Steve, NFL podcast. On Thursday, Steve's Wrestling Ramble. So that's the schedule moving forward. But that's and then for the playoffs here, I have the Saints against the Cowboys Lions against the Seahawks, which exactly was last year. Broncos, Steelers, Dolphins, Texans. Then I have Cowboys, Buccaneers, Seahawks, Packers, Steelers, Raiders, Texans against the Patriots. And then moving from there, I have Dallas facing the Packers, the Raiders facing the Patriots. So I have the Oakland Raiders, New England Patriots, Oakland trying to get that revenge from the Tuck Rule game from long ago. I'm sure Jay Thomas remembers that fondly as a Patriots fan. Then I have the Patriots versus the Packers. I think this is like my 6th year I've done Patriots-Packers predicting that game. By the law of averages, I'm going to be right at some point. Or I never will. Who knows? But anyways, then I have the Packers winning the Super Bowl, of course, as a Packer fan. That's what I'm going to do. I have the Packers over the Patriots getting the win there. And I'll actually put a score to that one. I'll have the Green Bay Packers defeating the New England Patriots 24-13. So I'll even put a score there. And I wrote that down so I know, too. As much as I can come back to this video, and anybody can come back to this video right here, this first episode of the 2017 season for Talking Packers with Steve, to see how I did when we get to the end of the season. Heck, I might even air some of this episode in my season review episode at the end of the season after the Pro Bowl, after the Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, and everything at that point. So. Packers over Patriots, 24-13. So it'll be me against Jay Thomas in the Super Bowl. Nice rivalry between amigos. So, but either way, that's how I have it down for the NFL season. I wish I was able to have my guests on because we would have went in depth on each team, especially their team that they represent. Like I said, I had a representative from the Eagles, Raiders, Steelers, Buccaneers, Texans, and I think also the Jets. That one for no talking about, and the Broncos and Panthers. So I could have had 8 guests. And even if I had Mark Rambo and Kyron Chase as well, my tag team members for my wrestling show, that would have made it a perfect 10, having 10 people total here on the podcast. And they represent the Ravens and the 49ers, I think. So, again, I just wanted to share my prediction there for the season. Here for the NFC, the Packers 1 seed, Buccaneers 2 seed, Cowboys the 3 seed, Seahawks 4 seed, Lions the 5 seed, and the Saints in the final spot, the 6 seed. The 2 teams that were left out in the cold, as you can remember with my predictions of the records, outside looking in, being the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington team in the NFC. So in the AFC, I have the Patriots number 1 seed, Raiders 2 seed, Steelers, the 3 seed, Houston Texans, the 4 seed, Dolphins, the 5 seed, and the final seed going to the Denver Broncos. And the 2 teams missing out in the AFC on the outside looking in would be the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans, in my personal opinion and my prediction for the 2017 NFL season. So, there you go. I think everybody watched live will be watching archive. If you have anything you want to share, let me know. We'll share this video with anybody and everybody. Again, this is the first episode. Next week, I'll be back on the regularly scheduled program, just like, new TV shows that have their debut episode right after a big show on another night. And then the next week, they go back to their planned day from there. So, and that's what I'm doing. And yes, Maxim Lopez, you are a Giants fan, but glad that you're here. But anyways, then this show will be going back to its Wednesdays every week, 7 p.m. Central. And Steve's Wrestling Ramble will go back to 7 p.m. Central, as I usually do here on Thursday nights. So for Jay Thomas and others that might have been wanting my wrestling show now, that's why this show is first. Making its re-debut here for the 2017 season, my 5th year, I think, doing NFL podcasting. Talking Packers with Steve, but I do talk about all 32. Again, thank you. He's saying good show, bro. It would have been a lot better, bro, if I had my guests and have other people talking and go more in depth and my reasonings and stuff like that and their analysis of their teams. Like I said, I had actually 8 guests kind of lined up for it. So So Lobo Radio and Maximum Lobo are both welcome to like the video if they want to. But either way, I appreciate the love. Yeah, Mexico. Yeah, there's going to have a couple game Mexico games in London this year as well. There's also still talk of an NFL team going to London. I don't know how that would work logistically for an NFL franchise to be in London or to be in England, period, with the time difference. But the NFL is kind of like me sometimes. If they want to make it work, they're going to make it gosh darn freaking work. Because it's all about the mighty dollar, right? As it is. A business is a business, So as much as that seems and sounds so bad and so greedy, business is a business. And if you're not thinking that way at all, then your business will not be successful. And that includes myself. I'm not saying I'm trying to make money now because I'm not yet, but at some point I do. But I'm wanting to do it for the right reason, to get better quality or to get actual equipment and cameras so I can be on camera with better HD look and look more professional in that way and this and that. So it's like I'm sure other YouTubers, they're wanting to get money from their subscribers for the good reason and to be and have better content for people watching. Otherwise, people won't watch, obviously, because people don't have to. Yeah, look out for the Buccaneers. Last year gets there, Michael Andrews. I had them, the Raiders, the Rams, Rams, Buccaneers, and trying to think, and the Jaguars. Those 4 teams I had as my bold prediction for this episode last year. Predictions for the 2016 NFL season. I had those 4 as my bold prediction to make the playoffs. All 4 of them to make the playoffs. Obviously that wasn't the case, but that's what I had. But yeah, the Oakland Raiders, the Los Angeles, or then the St. Louis Rams, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I thought they were all ripe and ready to go to make the playoffs, especially for the Buccaneers and Raiders. So yeah, I respect the Raiders. Michael, check out Lindsay Bell on YouTube. Let her know Steve sent you. She is a YouTuber. She does daily vlogs. She doesn't talk sports a lot, but she's a former cheerleader of the Buccaneers, so she has her vlogs in there in her Buccaneer uniform and talking about that in the games. So, welcome to check that out if you are into that or like vlogging channels. But let Lindsay know that Steve sent you there, and hopefully she knows who the hell I am or who the heck I am. But anyways, I do try to promote her every time when I do my NFL shows each and every week, like I did last season. So people are welcome to watch episodes of last season, see how interesting I was with my predictions then, or with each week's episode and this and that of how things actually unfolded with the season of last year, 2016 NFL season. But now we're ready. We're pumped. We're ready to go next weekend, 2016 NFL season. But it starts. Oh, baby, it starts on Thursday. Oh, it's true. It's dang true. Thursday night, Kansas City Chiefs, New England Patriots. Get this puppy started. 2017 season, the reigning defending NFL champions, the Super Bowl champion Patriots, with a home game, as it always should for any Super Bowl champion, whether it's my team or your team or whatever team. If they win the Super Bowl, they deserve to A, start at home, the home game, and B, kick off the season and be the only show in town, meaning the only game on the air, as in the Thursday game to kick it off. So love it, like it, on some more. So Patriots, we'll see if they go back to back. We'll see if they go back to the Super Bowls. I'm predicting. And I'm reading here from Michael Andrews. The Chiefs need to stop choking. Ever since Alex Smith joined, they were championship worthy, but they also screw up in the playoffs. Yeah. Well, you can say that about a couple other teams. I mean, Dallas Cowboys. I mean, with the actual rookie Dak Prescott, but now they have Ezekiel Elliott out for four games. The Colts, with their quarterback situation, they might actually have to start their backup and to start the season, but that's a short-term thing, but still a situation there. Excuse me. What other situations do we have? The Saints, Adrian Peterson going to New Orleans. The Browns just cut Joe Hayden, and then he got picked up by the Pittsburgh Steelers, so he literally just walked right over to Pittsburgh, part of the Steelers. So staying in the division. I mean, I'm surprised he was released at all. And I thought by the time he was going to be released, or whenever he would be released from the Browns, he would just retire. Like, it's one of those things where he's Cleveland Brown for life sort of thing. But hey, if he still thinks he can play, go to a team that believes he can play and play well. And I do think he does. Obviously, I think he actually has a couple years left in the tank. What other headlines? Oh, the New England Patriots, Jay Thomas, her team there. Yeah, they're fine. They're the defending champions. They have the best odds. I think I saw somewhere. I was reading somewhere about the odds for the Super Bowl, and I know I think the Patriots were leading that again in the odds to win, so to repeat. We'll see. Because remember, for those that don't remember and those that do remember, awesome. But the last team in the NFL to repeat as Super Bowl champions was the New England Patriots. I believe that was 2002 and then 2003. So the 2002 season, 2003 season. So hey, if that happens, Michael, he said here in the chat for those obviously watching archived when the video is posted to the channel, Michael Andrews saying Browns go undefeated this season with the crying laughing emoji. Jay talking WJ YouTube channel, talking WWE with Jay, Jay. Jay, he is a Browns fan, and even he wouldn't believe that. But if that does happen, I'll I don't know, wear something Browns or have to praise the Browns or something if that happens or anything, let alone if the Browns make the playoffs this year. Yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, like I said, I just want to get this first episode out, get my predictions out for 2017 so I have them here on tape, on camera, on file on my YouTube channel here. Starting this season of Talking Packers with Steve. Again, guys, you can come back to this halfway through the season, the first 3 weeks of the season, whenever you dang well please. They'll be here forever, obviously, to go back and see. Sometimes I even go back like a couple of seasons and watch one of my predictions for that season's thing and see how I actually did or what I talked about and how crazy I sounded then about something that I was believing. You know what I mean? That stuff. I always like to go back and whether it's other YouTubers or myself, of them, go reviewing an upcoming season, doing predictions and stuff like that, and whether it's 1 year after or otherwise, it's just kind of cool in that way. But again, thanks for everybody watching live. Those that will be watching archived, enjoy the rest of your evening. I got my wrestling show up next, Steve's Wrestling Ramble. I have a back-to-back tonight. I'm working hard. So as the Destroyer Baccarat and Maximus Lobo are arguing here in the chat, I let them go at that in peace. And everybody enjoy your evening. Again, I'll be back my wrestling show here shortly in a couple minutes. Take a little break, get some mug rip here in my system, and I'll be ready to go. And hopefully I'll see you over there. Okay? Okay. As always, take care.